Hello, this is Laura Simpson from Web Luminary, and I want to show you my favorite backup plugin that I've used many times for various reasons. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to log into WordPress. Well, actually, I'm already logged into WordPress, but we're going to go into a website, and I'm assuming you already know how to log in. We're going to go to the plugin area. And I'm going to show you my favorite backup plugin, Updraft Plus. So you can back up and restore websites. And I have used this actually for migration as well. But I'm assuming you all are beginners and you just need to make a backup of your website in case something happens. And just to see what happens when you do a backup. So backup files, as you imagine, can be very large. And one of the main things that I recommend is that you back up your website into the cloud. So a lot of my websites, I have scheduled. So you can schedule them monthly, and they're large files, and I have them sent to Dropbox. But we're going to do a manual backup. And I keep 2 backups. Not necessary, but just in case one gets corrupted. Again, just in case, right? I mean, I don't use this for every project. I haven't had to restore every single project I've ever done from a backup, but you never know. And you can have it send you a report when it's done, or you can just sit here and watch it, which I don't recommend. So I'm going to hit this, and and I'm going to hit save changes. So these are the settings. And because I just selected to save it to my Dropbox, it's going to ask me to log into Dropbox. And so obviously you do not, it's not showing my password here. It's requesting that I log in again to my WordPress website. Sometimes it just pops these things up over and over again. Okay, so it's done. Just don't be surprised if it asks you to log in again. Obviously, you're going to have to log into Dropbox. I have all my passwords saved in LastPass, so you might have to type them in, but I did not. So we're going to just hit backup now, just so you can watch this. And this is going to be slower than normal, but this is a fairly small website. Really, there's only a page and a half. The second page is really small. And it's loading the files. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like. Well, I know I have to do a different share. But in general, it shares one big zip of a zip. I don't even know. And then it has multiple files underneath it. So after you've done a backup, go to Dropbox, or you can also use Google Drive. And oh, so it's finished. Okay, so here it is. It's in Dropbox. And let's say I wanted to restore this one. I can hit restore. I'm going to hit cancel. And generally, I restore everything. And the only time you may not want to restore everything is that when you need to control the order. So I have had to restore everything except the theme before. Database is another thing that's common, especially if you're dealing with a WooCommerce situation. There's all kinds of variations, but for the most part, you check all the boxes and hit next, but I'm not going to do that. So I really don't want to restore. And that's basically it. And then it'll restore from the last time you backed up. So that's it. Updraft Plus. I didn't show loading in the plugin, but I'm assuming you know how to do that. And this is a plugin, and it's free. That's pretty much all you need to know about it. So, oh, and you can enable auto updates, which is a great thing to do. I basically enable every plugin automatically. What I don't update automatically is WordPress itself and the theme. I like to do that manually with a backup first. So again, that ties in. And thank you again, it's Laura Simpson, Web Luminary, all about WordPress and Updraft Plus plugin.